Hi, wrestling fans. Thanks for clicking today's Dreaded D-Rose report. You ready? Let's get going. Tyson Kidd, he tweeted about his return to WWE Raw last night. He said, tonight surely answered the question, when are you coming back? Tweets that he said, I've received for the past 11 months. Said it couldn't have been a better Raw. WWE will show footage of Kidd's road to recovery on the WWE app during this Friday's SmackDown. So apparently they don't want you to watch SmackDown, they want you to watch the app. After Monday's Raw went off the air in Greenville, trainers checked on Big Show in the ring while Stephanie, Triple H, Randy Orton, Kane, and The Shield posed at the top of the ramp. And Alberto came out later and demanded a world title shot from John Cena. Cena came out and did, a comedy ring routine that he normally does, and does an introduction like what's his name used to do for Del Rio before defeating him in a short match with the Attitude Adjustment. As noted, WWE and Film Roman will be teaming up for a new animated series called Can't WWE. And there's artwork, I guess, that's being shown, but which allows the evil camp counselor, and guess who the camp counselor is? It's wonderful Vince McMahon, and a CM Punk character, and what appears to be a Sheamus, I guess, on the artwork. So I haven't seen no more on it yet. But WWE website posted a post-Raw video of Triple H and Stephanie and Orton and Kane and The Shield posing at the top of the ramp after destroying Big Show. Stephanie raises Orton's arm while Big Show tries to recover in the ring. And wasn't Kane wonderful last night? Wasn't a speck of red on him anywhere. Still got that eye, but I don't know what to do. Just a bad contact lens, I think. Tonight's Raw. Tonight's SmackDown taping and main event taping is going to be taking place at Time Warner Center, Charlotte, North Carolina. Confirmed for the main event is IC title champion Curtis Axel taking on Big E Langston, and announced for SmackDown is Luke Harper taking on Daniel Bryan in singles action. That's all I've got so far. And part of the WWE crew is on their way to Belfast, Ireland after last night's Raw, and the other half of the roster is going to be at Wednesday's live event in Columbia, South Carolina, before heading overseas to Glasgow, Scotland. So you guys beware over there in overseas. They're coming to get you. All right, now somebody asked, I guess, Goldust, Reynolds, whatever you want to call him, about his drug problems that he had in TNA. Now, here's how bad it got, he says. It was a day in, day out, probably 2 years solid. He said, I went through, go through the list of things. He says, a half a gallon of vodka a day, probably 60 or 70 pills a day, and plus other stuff like cocaine, something like that. He said, it wasn't good, but I didn't care. I didn't see the other way. The only thought about where I could get my next fix at. He said, I didn't see what it had done to me or what it was doing to my family and everybody around me, and what it was doing to my career, especially my health. He said, I was trying to get remedicating myself. It just didn't happen. He said, enough was enough. And about 3 or 4 in the morning, I crawled out in the rain, and my wife was with me. I was like, I give up. And I got on the phone, called Dad, and said, I want to go to WWE Rehab Center. Said, I haven't turned my back yet. Said, I've been clean and sober now for over 5.5 years. Congratulations. Rebel Life Media Award has awarded Chris Jericho's Fozzy with Best Metal Performance Award, which I haven't seen the performance, so I have no idea. I'd like to see it, though. It's probably on YouTube, but, oh well. Now, I don't know if they're talking about a performance of the video or, on stage. WWE announced tonight's Raw well, last night's Raw, that Randy Orton will defend WWE title against Big Show. The Survivor Series pay-per-view. Big Show is back in the storyline thanks to the board of directors. He was rehired by Triple H, Stephanie, on last night's show, and then given a title shot after demanding it, and then got the crap kicked out of him, as usual. Hey, this year's Survivor Series, by the way, is taking place November 24th at the TD Gardens, Boston, Massachusetts. There's a lot of, if you're going to the WWE shows, there might be a lot of no-shows going on, especially not at the tapings, but at the house shows, because WWE Events this week has both crews preparing to travel overseas for their tours. The Shield, Big Show, Randy Orton, Daniel Bryan are advertised for Tuesday's taping in Charlotte and the live event on Wednesday in Belfast. Don't know if you know about time, but I don't know how they could do that. That's going to be a very close call to travel that far. And on a related note, Cody Rhodes has tweeted about he and Goldust being in Brussels, Birmingham, and Cardiff when WWE has them advertised on another tour that they're supposed to be on. So take it with a grain of salt if you're going to one of those, but they're still worth going to. And no news, no update on anybody buying TNA. I actually didn't want my name to get thrown into the hat because I like the hat. I like the money too. And the best way I would think to be able to buy that, which I mentioned the other day, would be someone buying that on contract, where Panda Energy or whatever work out a contract deal to where you'd be making payments on TNA, and they just get out of the picture. And as long as you're making money and making their contract payment to them every month, every year, however you do it, normally you put money down, and then there's a certain payment set up. That way, the person buying TNA won't have to spend all their money just all at once. They can, put some 10% down, 20%, and then just go on and use that other money to promote the show and get the house shows going. Maybe advertise like TNA sure didn't. Whatever the problem is, but that way it would the more money that company would make, the more easily they can make the contract payment, and they got they can do some experimenting around if it's Ring of Honor or Renaissance Wrestling, whoever ends up buying it. But that's just my thoughts, and who gives a crap, huh? Hey, thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.